I thought I'd just share with you a couple of my favorite brushes and tips for choosing brushes if you're a beginner. So these, the two sort of that I've found are my most favorite are squirrel hair brushes and Kolinsky hair brushes. And so these are Escoda, and I love my Escoda number 1. I am grabbing it all the time. The number 3 is really good for veins on petals and really fine details. The squirrel hair is more like a mop, and it's a really, really lovely way to paint. So if I, the number 10 is actually my sister's because she loves to do large washes and also fine detail, and because it comes to a point you can kind of do some of that detail. The number 2-0 Da Vinci is my kind of go-to mop because it suits me just perfect, the size of it, the point. You can also get travel brushes. This is an Isabey number 6, and I got one of these for me and one for my sister. They were $12 on Amazon. One of the things about buying brushes on Amazon is that you need to watch them, because if you see them more expensive, generally speaking, the next week they'll be really cheap. So you want to watch them and buy them when they're at their lowest. But these are I actually want to get an Escoda Reserva for number 2 for traveling, because the number 6 is still a little large for me. And then my brother actually got this series 7 by mistake. He paints sort of miniatures, called Warhammer, like Games Workshop miniatures. And this is a Winsor & Newton number 2 series 7, but it's for miniature. It's a miniature brush head, so he didn't want that. He just wanted the regular, if you can see, miniature finest sable. But so he said, do I want it? And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I love it. I think it's a beautiful brush as well, and it comes in this tube so that it doesn't sort of get damaged while it's shipping. So that's really nice. This is actually probably my first sort of splurge on an expensive brush, and I just got it because it was in the sale section at Michael's, and I just thought, wow, it's a pretty nice sort of brush. I haven't really used it a lot, but I just like the look of it sitting there. So my recommendation is to get a good brush. First of all, you will be shocked at how much you love it, and you'll always have it. But don't let that stop you if you don't have a good brush. I mean, I started with this set of like $3 or $4 iridescents from Michael's. Actually, it was my sister's, and I just started to kind of pinch that and just use that. And this was my sort of first journal. One of the things I really liked about this, it was from Michael's, it was fairly expensive, but it's got this beautiful cotton paper in it, and so I could use those cheap paints and still just really enjoy it and I had just whatever sort of 20-cent brush we had lying around, and I loved it. I loved using it. So certainly start where you are with what you have. But I do recommend that when you can, think about whether or not you'd like sort of more of a mop, whether you want a larger brush, whether you like, these smaller brushes. and then what kind of paint you will like. These pages are done with mainly inks and the Holbein watercolors, but I will show you. You see, that's why I like the granulating, because you can kind of start to get the look of a building. I can't really. But then you may want smooth for floral. So really all depends. And one of the problems I've found with the Holbein is they're almost a little bit too thick for the floral that I want to try and do. You can kind of see there, and these are basically all done with Holbein except for this, which has some of my Daniel Smith browns in there. See the granulation that you get, which you can't sort of replicate that. That's really takes a lot of the effort out of the painting, because the paint's doing that for you. So it's really nice. So here's a journal that I made, and I actually did some illustrations in here with, I think it was the Prima, and even though I'm not a huge fan of them, again, start with what you have and work out where you kind of would like to go, and then you can research which kind of brands and which colours also will give you the best effect for what you're looking for. I think that's about all for now. Thanks for sticking with me, and hope you enjoyed these thoughts. Thanks, bye.